Greetings, light workers. This is Oya Transformation and your daily Oracle reading for September the 16th, Wednesday. Give thanks for another day. The cards have been shuffled and divined, and the messages are as follows. The first card that was pulled is Initiation, Spiritual Testing of Ra and the Lady Isis. What this card is saying to me is that as light workers, as we move in ways to develop and raise our spiritual antennas and vibrations so that we will be more helpful in the world, that we will go through different challenges or initiations. We'll be tested. And the energy of Ra is one of fire, and the energy of the Lady Isis is one of cooling and compassion. Once again, we look at the yang and the yin. The fire is to purify, and the yin is to comfort, so we don't end up being angry and disillusioned by things that may be burned away, that we thought had more value or that we thought would stay. But Spirit has a divine purpose for our life. And so because of that, we go through removing of the sheaths. Levels are moved off and things are pulled away from us so that we can shine as brightly as we came to. So for that, we are grateful. And we are grateful for the spiritual hug that keeps us knowing that we are loved as we sometimes lose. So with that said, we move to the second card in this reading, which is the wise leader. And in some area, we are all being called to lead. In some area, we have, each of us, mastered something that we are here to share and give to those who would be interested, to those who would be challenged in that area. And so, even if you don't necessarily know what that area is, and you would not necessarily call yourself a leader, those around you see your shine. Those around you come to you for specific things. And it may not be what you think you're giving. That's the irony of living on this plane. We don't always see our gifts, but we are always showing up in them. So, all the more reason to be grateful all the time for what you are giving, even when you don't know you're giving. The next card that supports the sharpening of our spiritual vibrations is health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So what is sacrilege is the fact that we chose these bodies to carry us through, to get us to the other side, to see that those things that we came to do are easily done in the vessel we have to move and have our way, that Spirit has its way with, and to neglect this vessel, to not take care of it, to not do the things that it is asking for you to do so that it runs at its optimal and peak performance is readily available to it, is a sin in itself. I would say, maybe I'd come up with another one, but I would say there were only two sins. One, forgetting who you are, the child of the Most High, and two, disrespecting the vessel you came here with. Because we came here to work our spiritual lessons and our spiritual gifts from the perspective of the physical, From this dense being, we show up to show love at the highest, from the highest, as the highest. Now, if you came here with some maladies or some capabilities that were lacking, then you're going to show up there and you're going to do it from there. But if you came here whole, and the only reason you are falling apart is because you did not take care of your vessel, or are unable to fulfill the goals you came here to conquer, it's because you did not take care of your vessel. I'm going to leave it right there. Not a good place to be. But the final card in this reading is Divine Animals. So I got the Leo energy. Well, what this card says is the same light that shines through you is the same light that shines through your pets and the animals that you encounter in a day. That little squirrel that keeps digging up your flower bed and sticking nuts in it, he's got a guard center, the same way you've got a guard center. And nobody's asking the animals to be somebody other than who they are. So this is another reason to spend time in nature, because in nature, we accept exactly who we are, exactly how we are presenting. And animals show you how to be that which you are at your core. They don't ask you to be anything else. Less of you, more of you, different. And so we can learn something from them, that as we are divine. And the more time I spend in nature and I watch them do what they came here to do, I can become more aligned and more clear that I am who I am, and I am walking in my purpose exactly as I am. So with that said, we welcome the fire, the yang, the aggression, the discipline, the guidance from Ra, and we give thanks for the compassion, the warmth, the healing of the Lady Isis, because together these energies complete us. So with that said, walk in all of your power. Do not neglect any specific part. I know some of us like to say, I'm Oshun, I'm all girl, I don't do any of that. But no, you're not. Because when you're standing, you stand however you stand. And whatever that looks like, you make sure that you are being disciplined, that you are being direct. All of those are Ra's burning fire showing up in you. So, and even if we call ourselves, more disciplined and direct and stand in our masculine more often, take time to breathe and know that the Lady Isis will take care of those things that don't need all of that. Give her space to show up in your world. So, with all that said, it's a great day. Happy Wednesday. We're at that hump, about to roll on down the mountainside. With grace, with determination, with discipline, with love, we are centered and we move forward for another day. In all this, we give thanks. Thank you for listening, for those who are here in this time, and I hope that this message will enlighten and encourage and inspire all those who may listen whenever they listen. I thank you for your time. continue to be well.